why the Court of Owls are probably in The Batman Part 2. This is my third and final part to this miniseries. In the past two parts, we spoke on the themes for this franchise for not just the Batman, but the Penguin, as well as for the Batman Epic Crime Saga and all its properties down to the canonical comic run by Paul Dano, Riddler Year One. And again, those were about crime, corruption, class disparity, to strike at Gotham as a game in a sense. One that is rigged with more losers than there are those who prosper, leaving your best hand to play as to simply walk away. And for some, that is not an option. This city will consume you. Let's take a quick look at a quote here by Matt Reeves. This was during press for the Penguin, where he spoke on this idea of how Gotham essentially never heals, and that the next movie will once more examine the nature of corruption in Gotham. And when speaking about things that excite him about the Batman Part 2, he had this to say: "I think the idea of being able to dig deeper into the true reason for the perpetual darkness of this place is one of the exciting things." So all this time, has there been a secret society within Gotham pulling the strings? Was what Coulson said to Bruce during the mayor's funeral a double-edged sword? That it could be so much bigger than he imagined, it being the whole system, one of the very clues that led to Falcone's ultimate downfall? And us, the audience, and Bruce believing that Carmine, as the sole proprietor for Gotham's suffering, and therefore his untimely death at the hands of the Riddler, might allow for the city to actually recover, and that the mass corruption was behind us? But could Coulson have meant more from that? Same thing with Carmine telling Batman whatever he knew was going with him to his grave. Did Carmine know about the court? Was he a conspirator, pawn, adversary? Who knows right now? But perhaps at the time it truly was just pertaining to Carmine ratting out Salvatore Maroni and then eventually taking over Gotham. It is open-ended enough that either way could work out, benefit or not. The same thing goes with something very coincidental on the Riddler's part. His technical first bit of communication with Batman via the card addressed to the Batman while reading from your secret friend, who, and this is the sort of question where we're left wondering, was that deliberate or was it accidental? And that is actually carried over in the Penguin. When Oz is visiting Councilman Haiti at Gotham City Hall, he steps into the courtroom with some very interesting curtains. Sure, this absolutely could be a major reach, but don't tell me that those don't look like owls in a court. Again, purely coincidental to the point where production designers didn't even notice, intended as a fun little Easter egg? Or is this constant owl imagery also seen in the likes of Riddler Year One, leading us down a paved road? The Batman Part 2 is confirmed by Matt Reeves to be a grounded mystery that unveils the roots and reasons for Gotham's corruption. I don't really see any alternative outside of Hush, but perhaps even more so Court of Owls, that really fits this bill of who this character or characters are. So for now, guys, thanks so much for watching this miniseries on the Batman, and also let me know who you think the villain of the Batman Part 2 will be down in the comments below.